Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And I am just getting back from the New York Regional Championship RTA Summoners War tournament. It was so much fun. I would say that between the LA and the New York one, I can't really say that one of them is better than the other because they're actually completely different. So at the Los Angeles one, I was actually commentating right in the crowd. I was talking like in the midst of things, so people were able to come up and say hi. But like at the New York one, I was in a completely separate room on the other side of the entire venue. Like I was so far away, there was no way that I was able to get to the fans, like to say hi in between breaks or anything. I know I said that in my previous video, like come up to me and say hi if you see me. So there was like no chance for that. The only time I had to say hi was like at the beginning when there was fans, like hundreds of fans wrapped around the entire, like way more people than there were in LA. Like guys, these fans went way back. Like you'll see the vlogs here very shortly. Again, that'll be posted on my vlog channel, Claytano Vlogs. You guys can see the link in the description below to that channel. But again, those vlogs are gonna be coming out on like each day of both events. So check those out. But guys, the line, crazy. All the way back, wrapped around. It was insane. Yo guys, everybody's already here. It's crazy. Look at all of them. All those people. What's up, guys? How's it going? So there's like more people over here too. Holy shit. Hey, what's going on? The click off? I know, I'm telling you. What'd you get? One Nucky King? Nice. One Panda? That's good monster, man. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for coming out. How's it going? Nice coming. Thanks, man. Appreciate you coming out. What's going on, guys? How's it going, guys? Nice to meet you, man. How's it going? What's going on? Thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate it. How's it going? How's it going, guys?
Good to see no boots today.
Oh yeah, she's got the flat foot. She just can't like bend it, so she got like a board she's standing on. How's it going, guys?
What's the state, huh?
What's that?
What's the state?
Yeah, that's me.
Where we drove from this morning.
Right, really?
Yeah.
You guys go to which state?
No, we live there.
You live there. Oh, nice. All right.
Right next real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? It's the tournament.
How's everything?
It's good, man. I'm a little nervous right now. There's definitely a lot more people here than there was in LA already. Oh yeah. So you guys are beating them right now. Yeah.
Excited to see you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Enjoy the show, right? Thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it. Crazy, guys. So many people here already. The event doesn't start for another, what, 2 hours? The event doesn't start for 2 hours. And there's already a line of people around the front. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. It's crazy, guys. So much good vibes already. So many cool people. We got Childish right here. Childish right there. Crazy. So many people. Look at all these people already here. It's crazy. So like when I first got there, I was already running late, but I was like, you know what? This might be the only chance that I have to say hi. So I am going to run through this entire crowd. I was hoping that I shook everybody's hand that was standing in line because, again, guys, thank you so much for coming out and supporting the game in person. These players were some of the best players in the game, obviously, and to see that happen and go down live, probably, you know, one of those things that may never happen again. Hopefully it does, though, because this whole RTA tournament is just super awesome. So thank you to all the New York fans that came out. You guys are awesome. Check out the vlogs, basically. By the way, this shirt was like the one that the players were wearing. It has my name on the back and everything, if you guys see it. Pretty cool, right? The one, I think there was like a couple main plays that stood out in my mind throughout the entire course of the tournament in New York that were like just mind-blowing. And one of the things that I think stood out the most, I would say, was the Feng from Panda, right? Panda's Panda. Feng soloed 3 monsters to 1 in the round versus Asian Republic. So what we're gonna do, as you guys can see on my screen, I do have Panda 12s team up. I have his island pulled up. He's in the top 100 for World Boss. So I wanted to show you guys his Panda because it's insane. We're not going over like all of his runes in his entire account because I don't want to like expose everything to the world. Oh gosh. But I'm just going to go over the Panda just by itself. So that way you guys can see why or how it was possible that this thing was just like on point. And there actually was a couple of technical difficulties through the match. So believe it or not, you weren't able to see the match end. So nobody knows how it actually happened, but the Panda did solo Asian Republic's team. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys the clip right here of the actual match and how it happened, and like get to the point of like what everybody was seeing as it was going down. So take a look at this clip and then we'll be right back for his runes. Okay. So Asian Republic obviously has the upper hand in this one right now as it stands, but he's really got to be careful because that was a lot of damage coming from that Tasarian, and then he's going to potentially one-shot it out with Feng Yan in the next turn. Here goes a bomb, just decides to detonate it, and Asian Republic again taking complete control here. Could potentially Panda come back in this one, Childish?
Well, we never can count out Feng Yan. We've seen it time and time and again that he can do some work here, but considering the type of control that Asian Republic is bringing with regards to Hathor, and even like Julian with his second skull on the stun, and of course CR on the bomb, I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I feel like he landed the bomb. It's going to be hard to come back from this one.
The violent procs though from that Sierra. She might have one more left in her before she finally goes down, but I would still say that between the Julian still being left in the match and then Tasarian probably going down next turn here. This one could be in the books. Asian Republic could be moving on to fight Shuffles in the next match.
Yeah, notice that even though he has the bomb on Tasarian, he's still working out Tasarian because of Feng Yan's passive. Every time you hit him, he's going to generate a little bit of attack power. He does not want to give Popo Panda's Wind Panda to go ahead and generate some turns to get those skills back up.
Does get a nice violent proc though from Feng Yan to breathe a little bit of life back into his team, and it might just be, again, a little too late. But here comes the revenge procs from Feng Yan. Another one going into the Orion, but Orion just keeps bouncing. Doesn't land a thing, doesn't remove a single buff. And
we see a solo here, doesn't take the Orion out.
Stand in, but yeah, Orion just hanging by a sliver, which is extremely crucial. The sleep does not go down, the resistance. We did get a connection error, but are we going to get back into the fight before it's over or not?
It's not a foregone conclusion, by the way, that Republic would take this down. As we know, that Wind Panda can come back and solo out, and it looks like there's a decent amount of HP compromised on Asian squad. How great would this be if the Wind Panda was able to come back? If we did lose the match, and as you say, it was a foregone conclusion that Republic was going to hang on and win, regardless of that Panda, that Wind Panda hanging in there, standing tall. This is going to be a little bit of good luck for Panda, who's going to get a chance to go back to the drawing board.
So are we playing the whole match over again? Or are we
as of right now,
in
I don't think that we still have the match. I don't think they're going back into it. Okay, so now I'm getting an update that the match was actually played out. We lost our connection to be able to bring you the rest of that match, but it looks as though Popo Panda came back.
Unbelievable.
That Wind Panda standing tall, as we mentioned, one of the few units you can bank on to solo out if things set themselves up just right. And so now we're going to a game 3.
How could we not have seen that?
I want that.
Brutal, right?
Now.
I would need the replay.
I need the replay. I want to see that.
Picks or it didn't happen.
That's what I thought. That would have been the most viral video ever right there.
How crazy was that, guys? How crazy was that? The Panda resisting everything. Everything the Orion was throwing at it. Everything the Hathor was throwing at it. Everything the Julian was throwing at it. It was crazy, guys. This thing was like on a mission to just completely destroy those 3 monsters. It was like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm Popo's Panda, and I'm going to be wrecking and running this show. So, like, super crazy. Of course, we didn't get it on tape. Like, it's like the one time throughout the entire tournament that there was any sort of like technical difficulties, and it had to have been that moment. Like I was just like dying. And obviously, you heard Childish say like that would have been so cool to see, and I agree. I would agree. So, Popo Panda, Asian Republic, if you guys are watching this, if you guys actually were able to see the game on your screens, definitely comment below and say like what actually happened. Obviously it sold it out, but like if there was anything that crazy, more crazy that happened as it was soloing out those 3 monsters. So aside from that, though, without further ado, let's just get right into the actual runes of Popo Panda's Panda. And guys, I'm telling you what, you guys are going to be so impressed. And I would actually say if you guys can do this on your Panda, it might be a good thing to do for RTA. So we'll get into it right here. Again, an unruned Theomar, so we don't really need to show any other runes besides Popo Panda's Panda. And here it comes right there. Okay, so the first thing that jumps out at you, right? 100% resistance. That is why. That is why it resisted everything from the Orion. That is why it resisted the sleep from the Hathor. Granted, it was the only monster left, so even if the sleep would have gone down, it wouldn't have really mattered because the next person that touched it, it would have woken it right up. So regardless of that, though, if it would have gotten stunned, defense broken, or anything from the Orion, it would have been really hard to come back for the Panda. But that 100% resistance kicked in, won the match for Popo Panda, and gave him a chance to win the 3rd round against Asian Republic in New York. But not only that, but look at the amount of defense this guy is rolling. Look at the amount of HP this guy is rolling. But the resistance is the key, guys. The speed, resistance, HP, and defense on this Panda is ridiculous. Like, I would assume that this is his favorite monster, and I'm pretty sure it said it in his bio that this is his favorite monster. And obviously by the name, Popo Panda, he's got to make his Panda pretty great. So he did. Let's take a look at the runes, though. It is Violent Energy, right? Because he's got to get that extra HP somewhere because he's built with a lot of defense. So defense slot 2 with 14 speed, but look at that HP. Look at that HP, 39% HP. And there's, again, no resistance on this rune at all. So where is he getting the resistance from? He's got to come from the other runes. So we'll see how those are. But 39%, guys, that's such a huge HP percent sub if I've ever seen one. Plus he's got 14 speed grinded onto it. So he's used a lot of grinds to get that 14. Not a lot of grinds, but like he rolled really high grinds to get 14 speed as a like enchantment. So that's crazy. I want to take a look right. I'm just going to go directly across to the 5-slot rune and take a look at that energy. So okay, now I know why he has an energy. So 26% defense, 30% HP. But there's the grinder resistance. He's got 8% on it there. And then he has plus 10 speed in it. So he's got everything he needs for this Panda. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's scroll back to the 1-slot rune. We have 24 speed, 14% HP, 5% crit rate, 8% accuracy, and then he grinded on the resistance because that's how important it was. So he grinded on the resistance. He needed to get that. 7% though, another high rolled resistance. Now, on slot 2, I'm sorry, this is slot 3 is what I mean. He has 19% resistance. So here's where we start to see where the resistance is kicking in. But he has 18% HP enchanted onto it. He also has 20 speed and 13% defense. So all of his runes have basically no wasted stats, right? You don't see attack or anything stupid like that on any of these runes so far that we've taken a look at. So it's really just the rune optimization factor that kind of kicks in here. So these 4 runes, insane. Okay, now slot 4. Let's take a look at slot 4. Now this one, defense, right? Defense slot 4, 36 flat defense. Okay, that's still really nice. Okay, don't ever like knock the flat defense or HP stats because they actually help out more than you probably think. It is grinded, so it's optimized, but he didn't have choice because he wanted to grind or enchant speed onto it. So he got rid of whatever stat he didn't need, grinded on and enchanted on the speed and got it up to plus 11. Now, he also has 13% HP, but then the main thing is 30% resistance, guys. That's also an insane rune to have 30% resistance and all those other stats that you also need. And then rounding it off, what do you guys think it is? Do you think it's an HP substat or do you think it's a resistance slot 6? It's got to be a resistance rune if I had to guess. And it's HP. No, it's HP, but it has a huge resistance substat on it. So let's see. It awakens into crit rate, but he's getting the resistance through substats alone, guys. 100% resistance through substats alone. That's ridiculous. HP percent, 21% resistance. He even has the defense plus 13 in the main stat, but speed 10, defense 24%, and then accuracy grinded into that. So the resistance, guys, is that's so key. So you have 21%, 30%, 19%. Like these 3 runes alone make up for a ton of resistance. And then he also has it grinded onto both of these runes as well, just to finish it off. So that is how he runs his Panda. That's Popo Panda's Panda. And guys, I'll tell you what, this is probably one of the best Wind Pandas or Fengyans that I've ever seen. I think it's super, super amazingly runed, and I'm not just saying that. So if you guys have any sort of other opinions on what were the best moments in the New York Championship, go ahead and post a comment in it below, and maybe I will feature it and talk about it a little bit more in detail. Let me know what exactly you thought was your best moment of the New York Championship. And I gotta say, guys, I finally got my Artemio. Like, how sick is this? This is what everybody got that basically stood in line to get this. I think only like the first 100 people that walked through the door were able to get this Artemio figurine. But you don't just get the figurine, guys. You don't just get this bomb figurine. Like, I want to just put this on a shelf like behind me or something. But you don't just get the figurine. You get this coupon code with 1 Devilmon, 1,000 crystals, and 1 light dark scroll, guys. So shout out again to everybody that helped out at the New York Regional Championship, guys. All of your support, everybody that was involved, thank you guys so much. I cannot wait for the next one in LA on November 25th. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. And as always, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's get back into these videos after I've been off for like 4 days from making videos, of course, but get the vlogs going and everything else. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. What's going on, Soup? It's Claytano. Be sure to subscribe for more content every single day. If you missed yesterday's video, you can check it out here and subscribe to my vlog channel for behind the scenes footage of my life. If you want to stay connected with me personally, go ahead and hit me up on any social media platform at Claytano, and I will see you guys tomorrow.